and welcome to my YouTube channel, where basically every episode I take a physics topic and hopefully explain it in a really simple and understandable way. Now some episodes are just going to be fun physics facts, but most I'm going to try and tie in to the current school curriculum. So when that's the case, I'm going to put the key stage in the episode title. This episode is all about conduction. So I've covered some of the foundations for this in my thermal equilibrium episode, so go back and watch that for a bit of background first. There's also some background on energy transfer that I can give you now. So energy can be stored, and it's held in different types of store. So as I covered in my roller coasters episode, you can have a kinetic energy store, which anything that's moving uses. There's the gravitational potential energy store, which anything in a gravitational field can store, and the higher the object is, the more energy it can store. And then, one I haven't covered before, the thermal energy store. Every object will have some energy in this store, and the hotter the object is, the more thermal energy it will have. Alright, there's your starter. Now for the main course. First, the fancy definition. Conduction is the process where energy is transferred between objects through direct contact. This energy can be either thermal, as just explained, or electric energy, so electricity. I'm going to be using thermal energy as my example today. So yeah, with my example, conduction is the transfer of thermal energy between objects that are touching. And it's through conduction that we reach thermal equilibrium. So, when an object is heated up, the particles inside it vibrate more. So the hotter an object is, the more its particles will vibrate. The colder the object is, the less the particles will vibrate. So at absolute zero, which is the coldest temperature we can reach, the particles just stop moving altogether and the object will have zero thermal energy left. So I have my object or substance, so conduction can happen in all three states: solids, liquids and gases. So when an object is heated, like I turn an iron on, the particles on the surface of the iron will start vibrating more and have more kinetic energy, and therefore more thermal energy. Conduction begins when I touch this hot iron to a cold top. So these moving particles in the iron transfer kinetic energy to the particles in the top. This causes these particles to start vibrating more, and kinetic energy is transferred to thermal energy in the top, heating it up. So conduction can only happen if the two objects are touching. It's the process of the different objects' particles bumping into each other. So you have the hot object here, with the particles vibrating faster than in the colder object. When the particles in the hot object bump into the particles in the cold object, energy is transferred and the particles in the colder object start to vibrate more and the object is heated up. It's a bit like the domino effect. So you have all the dominoes lined up, and then I come along and I push the first one, and this falls and bumps into the second one, which falls and bumps into the third one, and so on. This knock-on effect of the dominoes falling down can represent the conduction of heat through particles. I'll do one more example, and then my next Key Stage 3 episode will be on convection and radiation, the other two types of heat transfer. Aren't you lucky? So one more example is walking on hot sand. So this sand is hot, and the particles in it are vibrating a lot. Then, when I put my foot down on it, which is colder, the vibrating particles from the sand bump into the particles in my foot, and they transfer kinetic energy to them, making them vibrate more and heating my foot up. And so, ow, I can't walk on the sand anymore, I need flip-flops. This heat is transferred because of the direct contact between my foot and the sand, allowing the thermal energy to transfer from the sand to my foot. There we go. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to learn about other cool physics facts, then please like and subscribe and watch all of my other videos. And if you want to learn about a specific topic, please leave a comment below and I'll try to do a video for you.